80% of buyer's agents will die in 2026. Not because they're bad at their job, but because of what's just happened to the Australian market. Now, everyone knows the recent changes to policy and how the budget has impacted the property space. So in today's video, I'm going to cover what you need to do as a buyer's agent to be in the 20% of buyer's agents who are going to survive this wave. So you're probably doing anywhere from 3 to 5 deals a month just based on referrals alone. And you've really built your business so far off the back of referrals from existing customers, as well as referrals from your partners like mortgage brokers. So the thing that just happened is the budget changes have just killed your pipeline. So what's happened is your referral partners' pipeline has dried up, right? What's happened is people have become more skeptical in investing in property because of the recent changes in the environment right now. So the market's in a little bit of a state of fear, right? Buyers have decided to push their timeline back by maybe 6 to 12 months just to see how the market plays out. And what's happened is people now more than ever need a additional push to actually take action. So your deal flow, you don't really control that source of deal flow. You don't control the deal flow coming in through your partners. And pretty much what's happened is that deal flow has been turned off overnight, right? So buyers have really stopped making decisions as quickly as they used to, right? The buyer's agents who will survive this uncertainty are the ones who own their own deal flow, right? They are the ones who have built out client acquisition systems that bring them predictable deal flow and predictable leads, whether the market is up, whether the market is down, whatever it is, the sentiment of the market will not impact their deal flow and their revenue. And if you don't already have a client acquisition system in place, well, then you're going to be part of the 80% of buyer's agents who are going to die. What you need is you need a intentional client acquisition system that has 3 components that are going to turn cold traffic into booked calls, right? First is an irresistible offer that you have to attract your dream clients and prospects. And we're going to walk through what this looks like in a little bit. The second part is the minimal friction funnel. So in addition to an offer, you need to have a marketing funnel that actually takes people through a series of steps that nurtures them, builds trust, and moves them closer towards making a decision. The third thing you need to have is a management system of meta ads. So you need to have a system whereby you're creating, testing new creatives to stay up to date with Meta, its changes, its algorithm, and you've got that covered pretty much from all fronts. So most buyer's agents are really missing 2 or maybe 3 out of this entire client acquisition system. They don't have an irresistible offer. They market themselves as just another buyer's agent who is helping customers or helping investors find property. They don't have any sort of funnel, and they're doing pretty much all the follow-ups, they're doing all the nurturing manually, and they don't have a meta ad system. So they don't have a way of consistently attracting leads into their pipeline. So in order to fix this, we need to first focus on each component, and I'll go through exactly what you need to do as a buyer's agent to start actually building and implementing these components. So then you actually start to build a client acquisition system that allows you to stay ahead of the curve. So the first step, guys, is an irresistible offer. And we talk a lot about this in this channel. This is where everything starts. So really, there is no point in having a marketing system. There's no point in having ads unless you create an irresistible offer that's going to help you cut through the noise. So for example, an irresistible offer will have 4 elements as part of an offer framework: the who, the problem, the outcome, and the proof. So the who, you need to really get specific on the exact customer that you are going to target through your marketing system. So for example, first home buyers in Sydney with a budget of $800K to $1 million looking to purchase in the next 3 months. That is the level of specificity that you need to get into to actually create an offer that's going to attract the right person. This is where a lot of buyer's agents will fail. They will actually have a generic offer and they think that when they are marketing that they can get away with having a generic offer. So they rely on the service that they provide and the value to sell itself, when in reality, when you are advertising in Meta, the service alone is not going to sell itself unless you are actually in front of someone who is so close to buying, right? But that's such a small percentage of the market. The large proportion of the market is just looking around. They've maybe just begun the process. They're not in that position to actually take you up on your service and what you offer. So you need another way of attracting these people, and that's where an irresistible offer comes in. Second part is a problem. So, what is the specific problem that your offer is going to solve? So they're competing against 15 buyers, they're outbid by investors, and they're missing their target suburbs, right? The third thing is the outcome. So you're going to help them secure a dream home in 60 days, 50K under market, without going to a single inspection. That's a specific outcome which helps your offer to stick. And the fourth part is proof, guys. Any offer is not strong without proof. So for example, numbers that you can leverage, like you've done 200 deals over the last year, you have averaged 47K under market value, you have 4.8 star reviews, whatever the numbers you can leverage to create proof, that is what's going to form part of your offer. So in summary here, the first step is creating an irresistible offer, and we already have actually produced a video that shows you exactly how to do that. So just click up above, I will link it and you can check out that video. I highly recommend you check that out, because that's going to show you exactly how to create that irresistible offer, and that's going to be the first step before we dive into anything else. Now, really the most important part is getting specific on who you serve, and we just talked about this. So the buyer type, location, budget, timeline, you need to really think about who this person is on a very specific level. And the second part, guys, is the minimal friction funnel. Now, this is what you're going to plug your offer into to then start actually creating leads, right? So this funnel is what's going to nurture the leads. The offer is what's going to attract the leads. This funnel is what's going to nurture the leads. So really important, there are 4 elements that you need to have as part of this minimal friction funnel. The first one is ad creatives that stops the scroll. So these ad creatives need to actually call out who you're targeting. They need to present the problem and the outcome as well as the offer. So the ad creatives really have 2 components. They have the copy and they have the actual visual. So these 2 components you need to actually get right in order to have ads that are high performing. Now, this is where a lot of buyers agents will trip up. They don't have specific ads that actually have messaging that is directly related to their offer. So what happens is they don't stand out in the market, and when someone is actually coming across their ads, they're scrolling on, let's say, Facebook or Instagram, they sound like everyone else, so they just skip past, right? So this is the first part of your minimal friction funnel that you really need to nail, and that is the ads. That's what's going to be at the front of the funnel, and that's what's going to help you to attract the right type of buyer. Again, a big mistake here is that a lot of buyers agents will attract unqualified buyers, and that's simply due to the fact that their messaging is not right and they are not filtering out the wrong type of customer. The second part is the landing page that books the call. So from here, what you're going to do is your ad is going to send the lead to a landing page. Now, the really important step here is before that landing page, you're going to capture their details via a lead form. Otherwise, you're going to send them straight to a landing page. And if they click off, then you're going to lose their details. You're going to lose their contact, and you are essentially wasting money on a lead that is maybe never going to convert, right? So this really important thing is before you send them to a landing page, you're capturing those details. Now, the landing page itself is a really big component of this minimal friction funnel. So the landing page needs to have a clear headline, it needs to have a video, sales letter, or a VSL, and it needs to have a clear call to action on the call itself and how that's going to help them solve their problem, right? And then the third part is the CRM automations. Now, this is really where we get into the back end of the marketing system. This is what's going to send out the confirmation emails, the SMSs, and nurture the leads. So they have touch points with you, so they're more likely to actually show up to the calls. They're more likely to trust you. This is a really, really important part of that system that you need to have if you are to build a marketing system. So the CRM automations, now typically you'd have all your automations in a marketing system like Go High Level. That's going to help you to really simply and easily set up these automations. Now the fourth part is not really a separate component, but it's actually something that should be considered throughout the entire minimal friction funnel, and that is you need to have a booking flow that removes the friction. So you need to have a maximum of, for example, 4 questions in your forms, and you need to make sure that through every stage there is the least amount of friction possible so that someone can actually take that next step. So that is what component 2 looks like. So once you've got this minimal friction funnel in place, then you have ads that are bringing in your ideal clients, and then you have a funnel that is actually nurturing them. The CRM automations and what we talked about previously actually helps you to drop your no-show rate to under 10%. So this is a really important part of that funnel, and a lot of buyer's agents will actually neglect that part of the system, which is the automations and the nurturing sequences. But really, we've seen for a lot of our clients that's reduced the no-show rate from 40% to 10%. So the investment to build out these automations, it's going to pay for itself. Now, the third component is keeping your cost per lead in the $50 to $80 bracket. So the cost per lead is really how much you are paying Meta in terms of ad spend to get a lead. So you want to be targeting anywhere between $50 to $80 per lead for the property industry if you are going to have a funnel that is more top of funnel, middle of funnel. Now, if you're going to have a campaign that's more bottom of funnel, then you're probably targeting a cost per lead of $80 to $100 because these people are more high intent. So the cost per lead really depends on the campaign and the level of intent of that campaign. But typically you need to be able to monitor this cost per lead so you know what that is every single day, and you make sure that it doesn't go above. And if it does, you need to actually reassess your creative in the campaign, and you need to make some tweaks and changes. So the last part of your system is having that maintenance component. The meta ads maintenance is what's going to ensure that you're not burning money on the wrong type of ads. Why your ads will burn out? Well, typically it's one of 3 reasons. The first reason is your audience actually sees your ad already 3 to 5 times. So that's called the frequency. And the second part is they just start scrolling past it. So that's ad fatigue. And the third part of it is Facebook shows this to colder audiences, right? So they've already pretty much gone through all the ideal audience. They start showing your ads to new audiences. So like we mentioned, every single week you need to be checking the data and shifting your budget to the winners. This is part of that maintenance component. Your cost per lead, your click-through rate, your booking rate, everything needs to be measured so you know exactly where the leaks are in the funnel. So that pretty much brings me to the end of this video. So in this video, we covered why 80% of buyer's agents are going to die in 2026. And if you want to be part of the 20% of buyer's agents who survive, then what you need is you need to own your own deal flow, right? And if you want to take that next step to finally start owning your own deal flow, so you don't have to rely on referrals that are inconsistent and unpredictable, then our team actually helps buyer's agents install the Zenflow client acquisition system. This system is a glimpse of what you just saw today. So this system will ensure that you get a predictable pipeline of leads and booked calls, anywhere from 5 to 10 booked calls a week with your ideal client. So if you want a marketing system like this, then I'll leave a link in the description. You can book a time with our team and we'll see if you are the right fit. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will catch you in the next one. Make sure to like and leave a subscribe, and we will be posting videos every week on this channel to show buyers agents how to scale from 6 to 7 figures using marketing systems.